I start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kokodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the ones that taught me this 100% truth according to the Bible. To all you sincere Akims that are pushing this word in truth and sincerity, to you I say Shalom. Now, this is like my 6th time trying to make this video. I tried to screen record my phone, but there was no sound coming out. For some reason my microphone wasn't working. So like, so I gotta do it all the way. I just gotta record my face and use this. So let me just break down Isaiah 13. Here we go. I'm planning on making this about World War III and the Civil War. But let me start. Let me start by talking about Donald Trump. He said if he gets impeached, which I think he will get impeached, that basically there's going to be a civil war. And if no, I shouldn't say if, I should say when the civil war kicks off, martial law is going to be declared. And when martial law will be declared, first of all, I should say why. Well, martial law will be declared because of the riots that will start. There's going to be race wars. There's going to be famine, and I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, they're going to declare martial law to quell the riots, to bring back order. And through martial law, Esau will implement the chip, because you got Jacob's trouble, which a lot of 2/3 will, they're going to be brought out to concentration camps, female camps. I think you got 12 or 13 zones in every state. Sorry. I think the U.S. is broken up into 13 zones, female zones. So they got female camps everywhere, and these troops are getting ready for Jacob's trouble, and the 2/3 are going to be caught by surprise into these concentration camps. So they're going to be tortured, killed legally. You can't do anything about it, because if I'm not mistaken, the Patriot Act was passed after 9/11 in 2001, which declares every U.S. citizen as a domestic terrorist, so they can torture you. If I'm not mistaken, But anyways, Lord willing, I bring out these precepts, these verses, and I edify, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is Isaiah 13. I'm gonna start at 13:5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So when he says they come from a far country, he's talking about those ICBM missiles, because they can be shot from Russia, and they can reach America in like 20 minutes, And there's gonna be I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna keep going. Verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. So Russia, China, North Korea, Venezuela, all these nations that are plotting against America, there's going to be 200,000 ICBM missiles that's going to be shot to America. And actually, let me get Ezekiel. Find it quick enough. There we go. Wait a sec. Beautiful. Wait, no. Let me just see this. This is good. This is Isaiah 35, start at verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Mount Seir, that's talking about America. And how will the, the Most High make America desolate? Well, it's to those ICBM missiles. Because first of all, those are not Esau's missiles, they're actually the Most High's. And he's going to use those to destroy America. Let me continue. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. So he got his prophets prophesying the downfall of America before he does anything. So when America will be destroyed, they will know that a prophet has been among them. So they'll know that, wow, this was the truth all along. Let me continue. Let me jump down to actually, let me go to verse 5. Because thou hast prepared Slakia, because thou hast a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Because, Esau hates Jacob. They try to kill us. They hate us. You see these innocent, unarmed, so-called black men getting shot down. Wow, I wasn't even thinking of it, but the Amber Geiger case, she walked into some black man's house, so-called, and he killed him. Because for centuries, Esau has a perpetual hatred for Jacob. And they've done nothing but violence. Should I even mention slavery? Lynchings. And I just found out the term book breaking. But anyways. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Let me start again. Lord, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast. I don't know what that means. Sith, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. As long as the Lord lives, and we know that He's the Most High, He can't die. Even people that hate blood, even blood will pursue them. I'm trying to break that down, but well, even people that don't want to kill, even they're gonna, be killed. That's how it is. Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with slain men, in thy hills, and in the valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are in the slain of the sword. Well, let me jump down to verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, They are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. So yeah, you see these Edomites, they thought they were blessed by the Most High when they got these slaves. They're thinking, oh, we got these slaves, he must be so blessed. And that's what they're talking about here. They're given to us to consume. And the Most High has heard all their blasphemies. Their iniquities. They're stacked to the moon. The iniquity of Babylon the Great, sin after sin after sin. spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Egypt, Babylon the Great, mystery Babylon, daughter of Babylon, and you see all these mockers and scoffers, proud, just going bucking up against the truth, blaspheming the Most High, but He hears everything, and you're only hurting yourself. Let me get in frame. Actually, I'm a bit to the left. Yeah, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting us, because this truth will come out. You can't stop it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So you can try all you want, but you're not gonna stop us. Yeah, I stopped at Isaiah 7 and Slack Isaiah 13:7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. So you see these big men, big bulky men, 7 foot, they can take on anybody, so bulky that they can't even fit through the door. They're gonna, their hands are gonna be weak, man. They're not gonna be, they're gonna have heart attacks. They're gonna be so scared. Because the Lord is gonna pop up like a thief in the night. Because as those, actually, should I go back up a verse? Alright, I should. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. So no, we're prophesying this destruction right now. We're waiting for the day of the Lord. We're gonna rejoice. We're gonna be glad. We're gonna be delivered out of captivity. But these people, enjoying their best lives in Babylon. These Edomites, these wicked 2/3, with this do what thou wilt mentality. You know, eating whatever they want. You know, abominable acts, homosexuals. Just as I said, the iniquity has risen to the roof, and this is not our rest. We're waiting for the day of the Lord, and it's gonna come as a thief in the night. And they're gonna have heart attacks, they're gonna faint. But let me continue. I'm trying to cut to the point. I'm not trying to go off. I'm trying to, stay on this. So forgive me. Just stick with me if I just, I'm all over the place. I'm trying my best to, break this down and, make it digestible, shall I say. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. So yeah, these people, they're gonna be, like, you ever seen a woman, giving birth? Me personally, I haven't, but they take, painkillers, they're kicking and screaming, making all kind of monkey noises, and that's how all these men, that's how all these people are gonna be, like a woman in travail. They're gonna be scared. They're gonna be scared for their life because what those prophets have, what those prophets were talking about on the street corner, they were right. They mocked them for wearing skirts, for saying they got no jobs, for saying they have the devil, trying to buck up against the truth, prideful because their spirit is hurt, so they're trying to disprove the Hebrew Israelites. They're trying to make videos on YouTube like Hokab Malone, TD Snakes, trying to disprove the Hebrew Israelites. But like I said, you cannot do anything against the truth but for the truth. Let me continue. Khan. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. They could be passing out. That's scared. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinner thereof out of it. Because, the Lord says that vengeance burns in his heart, And like I said, 200,000 ICBM missiles hitting America, all the way from Russia, all the way from China, all the way from North Korea, back to back to back to back to back to back. And we've seen what one missile can do. Now imagine 200 million missiles. Yeah, man, they will never see this coming, man. I'm just thinking about it. This is water. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Now, when I first read this, I thought that meant that there gonna be no more day. Like it's gonna be constantly night. You know, that's not the case. When it's talking about light, it's actually talking about the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. Let me say again. When it's talking about the light, it's talking about the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? Because us prophets, men of the Lord, hopefully elect, we're not going to be on the corners anymore, on the highways and byways prophesying. We're going to be somewhere else. We don't know where, but we're not going to be anywhere to be found. And these people, they're going to be looking for answers, They're going to be looking for the men of the Lord, the prophets everywhere, driving, looking everywhere for us, but we're not going to be found. And so, yeah, shall not give her light. Verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So you see all these, I'm trying to refrain from bad language, but you see all these niggas, man, that's talking shit, bucking up against the truth, thinking that we nothing, calling us pedophiles, calling us murderers, trying to slander our name, trying to demonize us, all proud, walking around Babylon the Great like, the Lord's not about to execute vengeance, and they're going to be brought low, walking around, chest up, chin up, winking, thinking that they're the shit. They're going to be humbled in that day. Verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. I was not talking about any man, because a lot of men are gonna die, whether they be drafted into the war to the Middle East, whether they be caught up in these race wars, riots, whether they be, die in the famine, they're gonna be dead, and there's gonna be a lot of widows, and they're gonna be looking for a man because right now these women, they're comfortable out here because they're getting, let me just fix this. They're getting government assistance. They can just lay on their ass, sleep with multiple men, act like harlots, and I claim, um, what's that word I'm looking for? It's escaped my mind. Wow, it's escaped my mind. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it just escaped me. Sorry. So basically, these women are gonna be without a man, with all hell breaking loose. You know, maybe they haven't showered in days, they haven't eaten in days. They're hungry, and they're gonna see us like we're gonna be calm. Everyone's gonna be freaking out, and they're gonna be calm. We're gonna emanate power. We're gonna have food. The Lord's gonna take care of us, and they're gonna see that, and they're gonna try to join unto us, for lack of a better term. And just to back that up, you know, knowledge, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Let me get that actually. I think that's Isaiah 33. So we're gonna be stable in the day of the Lord because we've been commanded to prophesy this. So we're gonna be familiar with what's going on because we're getting ready for Yahweh Shem Yoshai to return. Yahweh Shai. And we're gonna see him after 2,000 years. That takes a considerable amount of faith, to believe that he's coming back and that he existed in the first place. So Barak Yahweh Shem Yoshai, the water. And I could have sworn it was 33. Oh, this is 30. Sorry, it's lucky. If I can't find it, I'll just skip it. You know what? Wow, let me read this. This is Isaiah 32 and 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And what's the tempest? That's the storm. That's talking about the destruction, the hell that's about to break loose. So, as it reads again, we're going to be as a hiding place for these women, because we're going to be secure. We're going to be looked after by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Lord willing, we would have that number. Oh, I can't find it. So okay, I'm trying to find this really good um verse, this precept. I'll just paraphrase it. I think it states in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah. Um, Knowledge and wisdom and understanding shall be the stability of thy times. So, when all hell is breaking loose, we're gonna be blessed with sound mind. We're not gonna lose our minds, because right now we're catching hell. No, we're catching a light affliction. So I'd rather catch hell now than later. You know. Where am I? Alright, about that, let me just get this Isaiah 4. See, we're gonna be more valuable than pure gold. Pure gold. It's like pure gold. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. So there's going to be women begging us, taking hold of us, begging us to sleep with them, to have sex with them. And that's what that's saying, because, like I say, women, they flock to power. So right now, women have options right now. They can just hop on from man to man right now. But when all hell breaks loose, these men, they're going to be dead, or they're going to be starving like they are. They're not going to be with them. They're going to be a man, a man of the Lord that that takes after themselves, looks after themselves, and that has food, sign of power, that knows what's going on. It's getting dark. You can't even see me right now. If I turn on the light, that's better. Alright. Verse 13, Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of his fierce anger. Whew. Isaiah 13, man. The good prophecy. Oh. Let's see, I missed one. This is verse 14. And it shall be as chaste roe, as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one to his own land. So you see these Asians, they're going to try to get up out of here. These Arabs, they're going to try to get up out of here, These whites, these Edomites, they're going to join into Edomites. These Jakes, they're going to, be with Jakes. I'm going to use the terms that the world use. These Chinese, like I said, Chinese with Chinese. Indians with Indians. But Jacob, we're still under the curses. So you got, a group of Jakes. They're going to stick together, but, we're still under the curses. So, they might turn in each other once, they encounter a piece of food. They're going to try to kill each other. Because, we're still under the curses. But once Yahweh Shai comes back, the curse will be lifted. And once we get delivered out of this captivity. Ooh-wee. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be true, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. every man, all these Jakes, these 2/3 that sold out to Esau, you know, they're gonna be put to death. You know, any man that is joined onto them, they're gonna be fall by the they're gonna fall by the sword. They're gonna be destroyed. You know, sword meaning death and destruction. They're gonna be, like I said, destroyed. I can't say, you know, Isaiah 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. So, people are not going to have pity on children. So, you might think it's messed up, but these children, they're actually receiving the judgment for what they did in their past lives. So they're receiving the judgment, but it just so happens to be that they're freshly incarnated as a child. There you go. So reincarnation is real. There's no new thing under the sun. The prophets of old, we've been here before, So we're prophesying this word right now, like we prophesied it 2,000 years ago. And these 2/3 that are against the truth, they actually tried to kill the prophets, 2,000 years ago, and they're probably the ones that killed Yahushua 2,000 years ago, and they're back now doing the same things. They're gonna try to kill the prophets again, but this time we're gonna be delivered. We're gonna, like, the Most High won't allow it. All right. Yeah, the house is spoiled. You see these people, they grinded, worked hard to save money to build up their houses. Garage, got couch, got a TV, got arcade in the garage. Three-story house. Showers. Food in the fridge. I mean, when martial law comes, these former troops, they're gonna rape your woman, might kill you. They're gonna stay in your house. Now it's their house now. They're gonna, hey man, they're gonna use your showers. Now it's not your house anymore. Your house is gonna be spoiled. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And the Medes, that's talking about the Armenians. So they're not going to regard silver. America is not going to be able to pay them off. Give them this amount of money, because their reward is seeing America destroyed. That's their reward. They're not going to delight in silver, and gold. And I'm just finish off 13. Their bulls also shall dash the young man to pieces. Now, what is the modern day bow? That's the gun. So you're gonna see a young man getting killed, shot to death on the street. You're gonna be hiding in your house, covering your ears, because every 10 minutes you hear, ba 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 ba. Yeah, but that's what you're gonna hear. Pa 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 pa. Every 10 minutes, man. Po 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 po. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, right? They're not gonna spare pregnant women. They're gonna get killed as well. Their eyes shall not spare children, like I said. Freshly incarnated, they're gonna receive their judgment now for what they did in their past lives. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? The Lord destroyed it with fire and brimstone. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the scientists actually went to Sodom and Gomorrah, and they actually tested the sulfur, and they burnt it, and it was unusual because when they tested the sulfur, it burned with a strange, I think it was purple or blue. It burned with a purple flame, and according to Esau, that is the most high. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it shows, like, it's really hard to explain. but it just shows you like the fierce, the anger of the Most High. And what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? All kind of wicked acts. I actually haven't read it, but I've heard the prophets talking about it. And homosexual, yeah, and that's why America is called spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. And the destruction of America is gonna outshine Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Uh, this thing's stuck in my hand. All right, let me go to Joel 3:10. Slack it. Actually, I stumbled into this Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Every day, like I said in the news, all you hear is Turkey, um, Syria, Iran. We're hearing rumors of wars, which will lead to an escalation of WW3. For a nation shall rise against nation, and a kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. I actually forgot about the famines. So I believe that stores can only run on like 2 days before the food runs out. So truckers have to bring the food in every 2 days. So, it's lucky someone was at the door. Like I was saying, truckers. There was an article that says I believe 4,200 truckers have lost their jobs because of the U.S. recession. Now, if there's no truckers, then food cannot be delivered to the stores, which means stores will have no more food to restock. So they're going to run out of food, which will lead to the famine. Yeah. And they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye may be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Hebrew Israelites demonized. Also says that find out Matthew 4. Matthew 4. This is Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is in the Slakia, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So you seen that psyop where this homeless man tries to stab two fake Jews, saying go back to Israel. It's none but a setup for Esau to get the go ahead to attack Israel. Because that was fishy. Because first of all, he was homeless. They didn't say which camp he was in. Who the hell is Elijah Israel? It just seems fishy. And that's not going to stop. There's going to be more. I believe we're going to hear more of these fake. You're going to see the media try to demonize the Hebrew Israelites. They're going to make us look like terrorists. And we're going to be persecuted in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Yeah. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Okay. So you can already see there's like false prophets among Israel. General Yohana. That's why you gotta stick to GMS, because Great Millstone has 100% truth. Because you got General Yohana saying that the mark of the beast is I forgot. He said that the judge hugged Amber Geiger, and he said that was the mark of the beast. He was going way off. See, that's a false prophet right there. Because the mark of the beast is not philosophy. It's an actual mark that everyone will receive. Because when you go into the Greek, you get the word charagma, and charagma if I'm correct, it means like a surgical incision, like a physical mark. It's not a spiritual mark because yes, spiritual mark is also mentioned in Revelation, but it's a different mark. All right, this one is an actual physical mark, and the other mark, the spiritual mark, is talking about. I don't wanna paraphrase it. I'll loosely paraphrase it. Meaning oh, mark them that sigh and cry, something like that. Anyways, I'm trying to. It's almost 35 minutes, so I'm trying to be quick. Yes, Joel. All right, Joel. Wow. Look at me trying to make this video longer, and I find more and more precepts. So this might be almost an hour long. Oh, Lord willing, I hope my battery doesn't run out. I mean, yeah. Slaki, I had to pause the video again because I had to get my charger. Like my phone's right about to die, and I just don't want to lose all this footage. Like this word gotta come out. All right. Wow. This is second Ezra's. Oh, my phone just. Oh, Slaki. Wait, I just wanna mess up. You know what? I gotta do it like this now. Slaki. I'm trying. This is second Ezra's 15. I'll start at 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of the prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Because the prophets, they're the vessel. The prophets are the mouth of the Most High, the mouth of the Lord, shall we say. So that's how the Most High speaks to his people, to the prophets. And, we're prophesying the downfall of America, prophesying WW3, the mark of the beast. No? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That is what's coming. That's what we keep warning you about. That is what's coming. Alright, it's not peaceful times coming ahead. It's death and destruction. Alright, so it's still recording. It's okay. I should get like a camera stand or something. And the reason I'm using this earphone is because my phone mic doesn't work. But forget about that. I'm just wasting time. Where was it? Second Ezra's. I'm trying to find the verse which says a man shall desire to go into a city but shall not be able to. That's talking about a martial law where of course the martial law troops will shut off the cities and you won't be able to get in or out. So that's what it's talking about. But anyways, let me just jump to Joel and I'm gonna close this off. Joel. Here we go. Again, the Spirit just brought me to this. Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountains. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Alright? And when we're prophesying on the streets, on the side of the road, that's what we're doing. We're blowing the trumpet. We're sounding the alarm. Because when you're in the city, you got watchmen. They're looking out, looking for invaders. They're watching for enemies. And when they see enemies, what do they do? They sound the alarm to warn their people of what's coming. And we're sounding the alarms, and our people don't hear. They don't care. And like I said, they're gonna be destroyed. This is the same chapter, verse 20, 2 and 20, Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea. Now, I hope I'm correct, but now the northern army, that's Russia, right? And he says he will drive them into a land barren and desolate. That's talking about wilderness. That's talking about the desert. And the east sea, he will set his face towards the east sea. I believe that is in Iran. All right, mistake. Please correct me. I'm actually gonna check after this video because I can't check right now because um I'm recording on my phone. But I believe the east sea, it will be facing towards Iran. I hope I'm right. I may be wrong, and please correct me if I'm wrong. With um, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things. I think that Northern Army is not Russia, but I think it's America. I'm Slaki, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Russia. I'm not sure. Fear not, O land, be great, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things, and He will. Alright, this is Joel 3 and 10. Beat your plows, Slaki, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Alright, now what are pruning hooks and what are plowshares? Those are instruments of agriculture. And what are spears and swords? Those are instruments of war. Now, the Lord is saying, it's basically saying, don't invest into your agriculture to boost your economy, but invest into your armies, invest into your military, because it's time for war. You know, it's not time to boost the economy. It's time for war. So you see these nations, they're investing in their military, investing in their infantry, tanks, their oh, I just forgot it. Their air force. That's the word I'm looking for. Air force. You see Russia selling these selling missiles to Turkey. You know, that's what's happening. Let the weak say, I am strong. So you see the Most High gave Iran, they gave him a proud spirit, because you see Iran, they're not scared anymore. They're ready to go into war. They're on go. They got their army on go. You know, and you see the leader of Iran saying he will promise America the mother of all wars, and that is not an idle boast. He will actually, he knows what's going down. They're ready to go into war. I'll say that much. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, hither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Hear this, let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about. I know this much. The valley of Jehoshaphat, it means Yehoshaphat, which means Yahweh will judge, if I'm correct, something like that, according to those lines. And where is the valley of Jehoshaphat? That is in the Middle East. So the Lord will gather these nations into the Middle East to judge them. Alright. Forgive me if I'm all over the place. Oh, this is a bonus. This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. We are the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, and He reveals His secrets to us. Again, if you stuck with me, I hope you're edified. Lord willing, that this was edifying. I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Kwakdash, Brakte Yahweh, Brakte Yahweh, Brakte Yahweh, Brakte Yahweh, Brakte Yahweh, Brakte Yahweh, Bashim Kwakdash. To you I say Shalom.